Before we go ahead, be sure to check the description for links to additional resources, including my free music theory roadmap and daily diet of practice activities. Also, be sure to stick around to the end for a bonus activity. All the notes in Little River are to be played legato, meaning nice and connected and smooth with no break in the sound. It might sound like this. The opposite is to play detached, which sounds like this. So legato is indicated by a slur. It means to play all the notes from the first note to the last, nice and connected. And just how do you do it nice connected? Well, you have to drop your arm into the key. You only lift the first note as the next one goes down. You can exaggerate this if connecting them is a little tricky by playing like this. And then keeping it down, playing the other one, and then lifting it up quickly. But really, the next should be going down as the previous one comes up. Remember, playing nice and slowly is a good way to practice. So I always say that the beginning of a slurred group, you drop into the keys and keep your hands down, transferring the weight of your arm to the next note until the last note of the slurred group. And then you put a little lift on the end of that note, maybe like this. And so my movement was very subtle, but it was what's going on right here, a wrist float off. On this longer note, a dotted half note, 3 counts, we're going to float our wrist off like this. We're not going to lift our hand like this. We're not going to just lift our finger. We're going to carry our hand up with our arm. 1, 2, 3, off. Wrist float off. Remember, after a note is struck, there is really no need to continue applying much pressure to it. Gravity is going to do most of the work. Let your arm weight rest on the key that you're holding down, but do not push further into the keys. You're only going to hurt yourself. The piano is going to win every time. Next, let's transpose Little River to the G 5-finger scale like we did with Firefly. Remember, when you transpose, you're not reading note names, which, by the way, would be a good activity to do, but you're reading how you get from one note to the next. In Little River, these are all steps. How can we identify steps? Well, our first note is on a line. The next note is on a space, then a line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. So when you're alternating lines and spaces like that, those are steps. Your fingers are going to be right next to each other. If you're saying the note names, they're going to be going straight through the alphabet. So let's find our G 5-finger scale. Remember, a G, if we put our right hand thumb on middle C, that is treble G. So let's now put each hand on a G 5-finger scale and play Little River. 1, 2, ready, and. Two, two, 2, 3, and. Okay, so I hope you found that very helpful. Please like and subscribe, and also download my free music theory roadmap and daily diet sheet of exercises that you can do with all the pieces that you're learning. Now I'll play the teacher duet. Remember that if this is too fast, you can slow down the playback speed in the settings. 1, 2, ready, go. Good luck with your practicing, and I hope to see you on the next one.